I officially moved out.
You're living with your rents.
No.
My rents.
Your parents.
I like it.
I'm living with my rent.
So, Mikey, it is now official. A lifestyle change for Messy Mikey, our producer.
Boy, do I got the blues today, y'all.
Sounds like it.
I'm full of the blues.
Oh, let's tell the story a little bit with the bluesy. So I'm going to give you a beat, and you're going to tell it like you're singing a blues song,
All right,
okay?
give
Ready?
it to me. That's what I want. I'm just telling you what I want.
Ready?
Yeah. Well, I turn in my keys, and I'm never coming back. I moved out of Milledgeville. I'm smoking crack.
Where did we just go? It rhymed, though. Dark day. It was a bop.
It's a very dark day.
I had to make it rhyme. I ran out of lines.
And who's over you now smoking crack in?
Well, so this past weekend, I had to hand my keys to the corrupt folks over there at my past apartment complex. And I'm full of the blues. By the way, these people are corrupt. They stole my deposit, and they're acting like they sent it back. They didn't. That's a whole different thing. Right now, I got the blues, though. I moved out of my apartment. We took everything down. There's nothing left in there. It had so much life and fun. I'll tell you this. Whenever you take down all the posters, there's a lot more holes in the walls than you thought there was.
Now you know why you're not getting your deposit.
But you're now living with your parents, correct?
I'm back at the parents' house. Yeah, it's just like I got no escape now. I had a refuge. Is that a thing? Refuge to go to, and that is completely gone now. But I cleared out my apartment, and I just stood there. And I soaked it all in. I just thought back on all these memories that I have.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I look over there at the couch. That's where my roommate threw up on his lap and kept on playing video games. Yeah. Look over there at the bar. That's where I got chased around by a drunk lady trying to get a piece of me before she threw up over the balcony.
It's a lot of throwing up.
A lot of throw up stories.
Again, the deposit is going to the carpet.
Yeah.
I look at the bathroom. That's where we flooded the bathroom and ended up flooding our downstairs neighbor's house.
Wow.
Fire department came. I look at the wall. That's where I found my first carpet beetle before a major infestation of them started eating all my clothes.
It's a sad day.
Yeah. So honestly,
It's the end of a chapter.
It is, and I don't want to close this book. This was a
You're
good
not
book.
closing
Sounds
the
like
book.
you need to.
You're not closing the book. You're turning the page.
I like that. Put that on an Instagram quote.
So now you are living with your parents again.
That's right.
All right, that's a whole different set of things. Now you get along with your parents really well,
Oh yeah.
correct?
Yeah, it's great. But
Do they get along with you?
sometimes I was supposed to paint the deck like 3 weeks ago, and I keep on putting it off. So it's kind of stuff like that. Like I gotta show that I'm actually doing something. I can't wait until my room gets as dirty as possible and then clean it whenever it's like a necessity. I have to keep it like sort of tidy, which is infuriating.
So you're not going to be paying rent.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so they're going to expect you to do things like paint the deck or whatnot.
Yeah, of course.
To contribute to the
That's
household.
just living in the house. You just got to do stuff. And
sure.
I've been doing a lot of painting. I've been touching stuff up. I've been touching up the counters.
But it is rent free. So
Oh, yeah.
in exchange for you not paying anything, you got to do stuff around the house.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why you left the apartment? Is you couldn't afford it?
No, that was in Milledgeville. That was my college apartment. And so now I've moved out of college. I graduated and
You're back into
yeah, that's right.
In the what?
In the what now?
What are you in? I was trying to say city, but with your like weird little list, but I can't do that.
I thought she cursed.
Was that not a curse?
It's full.
We might have to edit that out. You can say that all right, but I can't say the D word.
You just wanted us to just breathe past
I
her.
really did, but you didn't.
I think she meant city.
Yep.
All right. So, and you get along with it. It's just that you're mourning the past place rather than.
That's right. And whenever you're living in a place without your parents, you can come and go as you please. You don't have to come up with a lie whenever you want to go drive your car.
I sincerely, when I moved out, when my parents asked me to move out. Would have never been an option to move back just because they were such a hassle. Good for you for them having the door open and you being comfortable enough to take it. But I would have gone, quote unquote, unhomed.
Yeah.
Before I would have moved back in with my parents.
That's why I was homeless for 2 weeks. I want to go back.
I understand it, man.
But I think this is the norm. I think what you're doing, I think a majority of young 20-somethings, college graduates, like this is part of the journey now. Like you move back in with your parents, you get your, self a little bit more settled, not settled, but get a little more money in that bank account so then you can really start to live your life.
I think it's a different time now also, unless this just might have been the community that I grew up in and my friends and their parents also in a different time. It was never an option. Like my dad would have been so disappointed in me actually had I moved back in and I couldn't take care of myself. To spare the talks of disappointment, I sincerely would have lived in a car.
It feels like moving back with your parents should be more like a reset, but I do think we come from a generation where it was seen as a failure.
Right. Yeah, that's not at all in my experience. Like everybody I know moves back in with their parents. That's just what you do. And it's like encouraged. Like if you're gonna move out immediately, it's like, why are you doing that? You could save up some money for a little bit. Yeah, and I'm going to need some money for a couple of years before I'm able to move out. So, I'm doing really good.
So you have a game plan here as far as like making money? I know you're working at the radio station, doing promotions also.
Yeah, making money. That's the plan. I mean,
somehow, some way.
It's going to be a slow build, but I'll get there. I don't know. Basically, really, if we're going to get honest here, I just need my girlfriend to move out, and then...
And then you guys can move out together.
Yeah, I'll be rent free there too.
And what's
That'd be my honesty.
This is such a good snapshot, though, I think, of those that are 21, 22 years old now that have spent 4 and 5, 6 years in college, and you worked so hard towards a degree and you had a future in mind and it's just not there yet that you have to move back in with your parents.
Yeah. And I mean, it's what it is. It's just you can't keep up your some fun habits have to kind of calm down.
Like what? What's a fun habit that you used to do? Smoking crack in Milledgeville that you can no longer do at your parents' house.
One of them, the big one for me, is laying around all day because I'll watch 7 podcasts, like 7 3-hour podcasts, and never get out of bed all day. If I do that at home, like I'm gonna go downstairs for a cup of water and it's just judgment all over. Judgment. So I've learned that if I get up in the morning and I show that I do something, I can kind of, hopefully they don't listen to this, but I can kind of get away with being lazy.
So if they see you working like in the morning, then maybe a little bit at night, they'll just forget all about the day of you just being lazy and doing nothing.
Yeah, I'll take out the trash, then I'm like, I'm off the clock.
And there's no turning back now. So the next step would be you and your girlfriend moving in with each other. That's your exit strategy.
Her moving out, me visiting for long periods of time.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a plan.
You got it all worked out.
The Bert Show.